Hello, hello. Welcome to Fruit Punch Unfiltered, live from the biggest and baddest radio station in Birmingham, Sigil Radio. Right, this is our second official session, but I've got a really fucking special guest with me today. The iconic poet, writer, performer, Samiir Saunders.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
How you doing, Samiir?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
All good,
I'm doing all right, yeah. I'm excited to be here.
First sort of podcast session, no?
Not my first podcast. I used to have a podcast, you know.
You cheeky little shit. You cheeky little shit. When was this?
Literally, 2019. I had, a podcast called Two Art Grads. It was, me and my friend from uni, right after we graduated.
Oh, I see.
But, yeah, no, that was a while ago. That was a long time ago.
So you've been on the grind for a while then, mate?
I've been grinding every day, you know what I'm saying?
Always. So, Samir's an iconic poet, starting his roots in a lot of poetry events around Birmingham, but they've been venturing out into performance art. They've been venturing out to writing. Do you want to tell the people about yourself a little?
Yeah. So basically, I am a performing artist, rapper, writer, poet, musician, and I am really interested in just exploring lots of different things. I talk about technology and mental health, and I talk a lot about capitalism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, always inherently political here.
Yeah, just. But yeah, no. So I've been making work for the past 6 years now, and I really feel each project kind of ends up being its own thing. You know, depending on what the project is, it kind of wants to. Sometimes it wants to be a performance. Sometimes it wants to be music. Sometimes it wants to be a visual thing.
Yeah.
And I'm led by that.
I mean, I've seen the progression as well. From seeing you performing some of your poetries at poetry jams, and then seeing some of your performance art. Even you got a skilled hand, don't you, in drawing and painting, don't you?
Yeah. I actually that's what I studied at uni was visual art and drawing and stuff.
So full-on artist, rounded artist. All in, all out. But yeah, one thing that you said as well was about technology. And Samir's just released a new album, a fully produced, self-produced album. And I'm fully focused on self-produced people, fully obsessed with them. So do you want to tell people about your album, what it's called, where they can find it?
Yeah, so my album is called Afternoon Offline, Disc 1. And it's available on SoundCloud, on Bandcamp, and on YouTube as well. And it's very much an exploration of sort of my relationship with a lot of things in technology, and talking about AI, talking about the dehumanization that comes with how these technologies intersect with capitalism and things like that. And just me exploring a lot of different feelings about that.
Yeah, that just brings us to the first song as well. A very insane production as well, completely self-produced. As soon as I heard this is actually the last song of the album, so I want to work my way up, from the bottom all the way to the top.
Traveling back into
yeah. Not that I'm the bottom and not that I'm the top. That's all just speculation. But so this song is called A7CF77.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
All the green that I see is a hex code, eating off screen, but it feels al fresco. Offline is a dream manifesto, heal and wake up like resto, chesto.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
You scrolling, sipping the cold, endless chance, infinity stone. All of my fingertips, anything goes. All of my impulses dripping in gold. Call it addiction or call it control. I'm on a winning streak, I'm on a roll. Dysregulated and craving the raw. Neurons are property, hate can be sold. Yeah, timeline is murder and slop. New legislation just favors the boss. Yeah, age restriction to block anything vaguely politically hard. Yeah, anything live in the flesh. Label it terrorist, tearing the rest. Quietly tear up our vice into shreds. Mindless addiction is all we had left. Yeah.
It was fine till the companies went online. It was fine till the government started to spy. It was fine till the content was all AI. It was fine till it took over all our lives.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
All the green that I see is a hex code, eating off screens, but it feels al fresco. Offline is the dream manifesto, heal and wake up like resto, chesto.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
Live and direct from the bedroom. Fiber optics spread the message. Pearls from the chest, that's a treasure. Schooled on the net, I'm a herring. Preach on the post like a reverend. Sharp on the tongue with a lemon. Not every wound is a blessing, but often the truth can hide in the tension. Yeah, this scars and stains a connection, yet it still burns oceans of coolant, and it's fed by the coltan death camps. Yeah, and the AdSense pays for the weapons, but the marchers reclaim the resource. when their prayers rose up with the censors. What do we make of this space we've inherited? What do we make of this space we've inherited?
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
Child mine 0478B F5D EV3 want to increase C3A F37 B280 3B3131 F0E6AC inside the moss AF9B60 88080 from the tower FF0 as far as FF87 when we come in 10B13 our bodies are 42822C those are wheels C3539 as we descend 5685EC our mind's mirror FE44 we've been here before fragments of comfort keeping us loyal everything's fiction is hidden and stored, but intimate knowledge means seeing it raw.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
Which when I speak that hex code, keep it all screen in the streets all fresco. Freedom is the dream manifesto, master with an eye out like death's row.
A7CF77, 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 A7CF77.
Whoa. Fuck me.
Thank you.
Me. That production in that was immaculate, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You hit quite a few interesting topics in that. I felt like I was like being blasted with screens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like there's like so many like different references that I feel like I'm making like throughout that track. Like there's a lot of like I guess like different things I'm feeling about like different I guess eras of the ways that like the internet has like changed over time.
What is A7CF77? Let the viewers know, man, because you were like banging that into our heads, mate.
Yeah, no,
you're literally grabbing our head and smashing it against the screen, like when you like repeat that and that. It's really fucking insane.
Yeah, no, I really like decided that for this song I was gonna like do like the nerdiest like thing ever, but like make it really, really hard. So A7CF77 is a hexadecimal color code for like. So if you don't know, hexadecimal is like 16 digits, and colors on the internet are stored in like hexadecimal code, where every 2 digits represents like the first 2 is red, second 2 is green, the last 2 is blue, and A7CF77 is the hex code number for the green that is the border of my album.
Because it is. The entire album covers. It's a beautiful album cover as well. Yeah. Check it out when you get the chance. But so all screens pretty much use this matrix of like green, red, and blue, right?
Yes, exactly.
And then the entire order of that. But like when you're so exposed to it all the fucking time, especially when you're consuming content.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say like only green that I see is a hex code. Like I'm not going outside, I'm not seeing green. Also, I'm not seeing no money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all hex code. You know what I'm saying?
So there's this interesting thing that you wrote as well. It was like it was fine till the companies went online. It was fine till the government started to spy. It was fine till the content was all AI.
Yeah.
It was fine till it took over all our lives. Like, tell me about that, mate. Like, that was some fucking bars, mate.
Thank you.
Mate, it's a deliverable because you fucking wrote the insane bars, mate. Like.
Oh, cheers. So I really think that when the internet was first formed, it was like actually, I think it was a group of researchers in Switzerland, and like the idea was that it was a sort of free network for people to share information and data like internationally. It was like it was initially, I think, to help with like some of their like particle physics research. Like the internet, like in its early days when there were lots of like individual websites and people made their own websites and things like that. And it was a lot more like blogs and forums and stuff, like was a very different place. But then over time, as more companies started to monopolize the internet, you know, now everything goes through Google. Like, you know, most people don't have personal websites. They have like Facebook or they have Instagram or they have like these social media platforms.
Data's always being like used as well. Like everyone's data is being collected from it as well.
Exactly. It's very much like I see it as similar to like the land enclosures that happened where like private companies like privatized like common land, like the common digital land of the internet got privatized by like a couple of companies, and now like everything you do goes to them. They like have all your data. They can like make changes without consenting, like without you consenting to them. You know, so many things become like opt out rather than opt in. And like I mean, recently I saw that like Gmail has changed to like they're going to be like scraping like email data for like to train AI.
A lot of it's going into like training AI now as well.
Literally, yeah, because like, you know, AI models, they just need lots and lots of data to be able to function. So
how do you think it's affecting people's creative practices as well? Because I see a lot of creatives, like again, like using AI as a tool, but there's other creatives that use AI as the fundamental creator for their content as well. So, and I see this so much, like you see artists curating and creating as much they can using their own brain capacity. And then you see programs that have collected data, references all over the place, and then it's able to do it in seconds, essentially. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like it's like I get like very frustrated and scared when it comes to AI. I think I have a kind of visceral reaction as a creator, knowing that a lot of the things that a lot of the images are generated because it's trained on artworks that people have made and things like that. It's one of those things where I don't know if it's like, am I being like paranoid? Is this just the next like technological thing, and I'm like too like worried about that, you know? But because I know that like when sampling came in, like people were like said a lot about how it was unoriginal or like things like that. I know, but like sampling is so like there's so much creativity.
It's foundational with current music.
Literally. So I'm like, am I just being an old head? But or like, is this actually scary? And I'm leaning towards it's actually scary. But like, you know,
I think it's the regulation of AI as well. Like,
it's true.
What data is being taken? What
the lack of regulation.
Yeah, exactly. As in, the day-to-day person isn't going to be ready to read entire like terms and agreements about cookies and shit. Like,
people don't know that like they're giving so much of their data, and like people don't know how valuable their data is. Because one of the reasons that all these social media platforms is free is because they sell your data, because your data is valuable. If you were like paid for the amount like that your data is actually worth, like it's ridiculous.
People have a steady income.
Literally.
An actual steady income. But when it comes to AI creation as well, you even have like FKA Twigs. They think they did like a little talk in Congress about like putting this in No Fakes Act as a bill to protect artists and their like creative practices, and even just like their work, their faces as well, because so many people's faces are just being used to like train AI. And then I don't know, again, theft of work is just fundamental theft. Like,
well, this is the thing.
But
it's
data
like,
collection
it's
as well.
It's theft of work is one thing, but then also there's the privacy issues. Like you know, we already have like facial recognition software, which is worse at identifying black and brown faces. And then it leads to, you know, like people like even more being like wrongly like incarcerated, or like it's like all the biases that exist in wider society, you know, like the racism, the homophobia, the sexism, they just get like
applied into AI.
Like it's a reflection of wider society.
That's insane. So like I did a show, this little Vogue extravaganza thing, and one of the photographers is a white dude, and when I saw the pictures that they got of me, mate, like my skin tones were completely uneven, everything was, some parts were washed out, other parts were just
well, this is the thing,
And then I did another show, and it was like, okay, maybe it's just me, my skin tone's a bit uneven. No, in the other show, the photographer, literally, I'm fully just like...
This is the thing,
you
right?
know?
Like, literally, like, cameras were designed to, like, capture white skin.
Yes,
and, like,
man,
you need, like, to be actively, like, know what you're doing to, like, capture, like, darker skin tones.
It's even, like, with film as well. If you look at a lot of, like, older film photography as well, you see that when it comes to a lot of people of color, especially black people, you see their tones aren't, like, actually seen how they are in real life. They're just completely just, like, seen, like... underexposed, overexposed.
Well, this is the other thing. Like, people think of AI and like technology as this neutral thing, which just like, oh, this is just like objective, or like it just sees it as it is, or say it as it is. But like, all technology is created by humans, and humans have biases and prejudices, you know?
I know, it's like the baby that like we didn't want to cultivate, but like we just anyway, sorry, that was my attempt of being just like, you know, introspective about AI. But I mean, I can see AI as a decent tool, but at the same time it can't be the main master of creatives and the main like source of like creativity, you know? I think a lot of people are like relying too much on it, rather than seeing it as just like another paintbrush. But they're seeing it as in like, okay, this is something that I can hire, take over my job, and I'll reap the benefits from it. But just to get onto our next song as well. Sorry, like it was.
No, that was a smooth segue. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, mainly because the production for this tune was fucking insane, and the other music that I want to play for you guys tonight as well, they're all artists that are rappers but also like poets fundamentally. And since you're a fucking poetry icon around Birmingham, you know, I wanted to match your freak, and then I thought like, you know what vibes are you giving? So for me, like Samiir's a bit of a Carla but a bit of Death Grips as well.
That is very flattering. Thank you.
Yeah, mate. All right. But yeah, so I'm going to play one of my favorite songs by one of my biggest crushes, MC Ride. He's from Death Grips, and the song is called Guillotine.
Love this tune.
It goes, guillotine! Sit in the dark and ponder how I'm fit to make the bottom fall to the floor, and they all fall down. It goes. Out of the shadows, barrage of witch tongue, cobra spit over apocalyptic cold. Killer cauldron, smoke, stop music, seriously. It goes. Can't stop the groove, looks stars, clear off them locks, relentless raw movement for the knock. Meter that G-spot body rock connected. To everything you want, ever did what we got it. One knock, come get us together in that hole and watch me drop this cold guillotine just sentence. It goes, guillotine! Hidden all between and beneath every fragmented figure of speech, tongue in reverse whenever the beat causes my jaws to call. The screen flashing red, can't see shit ahead. Spinning axles like planets, out of orbit off the edge of my naturals, ripping the doors to far more than all that's ever been said. Tie the cord, kick the chair in your dead. It goes, guillotine! Head of a trick in a bucket, body of a trick in a bag, and thrown in the fire like fuck it. Gotta burn it before it goes bad. But too many times been disgusted by the stench of riding such a drag. Get broke by the street like bloodstained glass. Choke on these nuts to the very last. It goes. Serial number, killing machine. Tailors to maze. Do an build on the filthy sound you're experiencing. It goes, guillotine! Tinted windows, bulletproof. The slip not fixing rope to noose to the gravestone grinder of cold steel. The passion that blinds me so I feel you. They go to and flows through our veins, blows through our tunnels and rattles our chains, and they all fall down.
That was Death Grips. That was Death Grips. Guillotine.
So
what do you think? What do you think
I
of that?
I literally love that song so much. I feel like there's so much just like energy and passion in the way like MC Ride is just like delivering. Just,
Mate, we were just like talking behind the scenes as well about like how I have to like mention that MC Ride is one of my biggest crushes. He's just everything. He's beautiful. His voice. I always say like someone with a good neck Like, fuck looks, man. It's about your neck, mate. What comes out your neck, man?
Like, strong neck.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have like a crush on fucking. God, this can be so bad because I'm pretty sure the motherfucker's like low-key racist or something. But maybe he's not, so please don't hate me.
Yeah.
You know Corey Taylor from Slipknot?
Yeah.
Have you seen his neck? That neck is a thigh, bro.
I'm
like,
learning so much about you. I love this.
I know. It's just like, dude, like, damn. So I don't even look at him. I'm just looking at his like Adam's apple.
Yeah,
like, damn.
Also,
man.
like someone with really good, like a performer with really good breath control.
Oh yeah. Let's bring it down back into performance. Yeah, not just like.
No. I'm saying that's hard.
Fully. But no, breath control is good. But then you can also see, like, you know, sometimes when performers go, and it happens to me as well, and you see the veins and shit throb. Just like fully throbbing on stage, and you just see everyone in the front row just getting flustered and shit. I'm like, MC, ride, get me on that guillotine, man. Fucking got me, man.
MC
like,
can ride me. You know
you know. But again, it's still out there. No one's confirming if we're tops or bottoms. You know what I mean? That's all down to imagination.
Listen,
you know?
Switches exist too. You know?
Sorry?
What I mean?
Oh yeah.
How,
Switch.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because isn't switch like more of like a hetero term though? Switch.
Switch is hetero term.
Yeah, because isn't like a verse. Yeah, versatile. There's something.
To be fair, this is the thing. Switch is more like there's like dom sub switch and then there's like top bottom verse. So it's like switch is more like in terms of like BDSM.
I see. Yeah, not that I would know anything about that. You know what I mean?
No.
No. But yeah, so one thing about like Death Grips is their music production.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I thought about your productions is like, it's so fucking, and I hate using this word for music, it's so textual. There's so many highs and there's so many lows, but it comes together in a huge fucking clash. It's insane. Like, what kind of vibe were you thinking about, like, when you started self-producing?
Well, first of all, like, thank you. I started self-producing in 2020, and like, honestly, like, I use LMMS, which, if you know the software, like, you'll be like, why are you using that? But it's a free software, and I'm used to it now. It's very jank. I can't even do like vocals. I have to take it to Audacity to do my vocals.
Hey, mate, bring your vocals to me, mate. I would love to mix some Samiir Saunders vocals.
I guess I'm really like just. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of metal, like growing up, like a lot of new metal, like a lot of, you know, Linkin Park, Papa Roach.
Oh yeah, fucking getting emo at heart.
Yeah, literally, And I just really I love like a really thick bass, you know.
Oh yeah. Fully.
And like distortion, and I feel like having lots of different frequencies being hit makes it feel really full.
One thing I love about your music as well, like a lot of the beats as well, they're just as complex as the poetry you've written for it, because you are a rapper.
Yeah.
You are a fucking queer gay ass rapper, mate, and it's fucking amazing.
Thank you.
But again, like, what comes first? Oh God, this is going to be such an existential question. It's like a chicken and egg question.
Yeah.
What comes first, the lyrics or the production for you?
It depends. Usually I will like come up with a concept of like, okay, this is what the thing is about. And then I will like make a beat to that concept, and then I'll usually write to the beat, and then I'll like kind of go back and forth. But actually, like one of my songs, Firewater, which I think we're gonna play soon.
Firewater's coming.
That actually was really inspired by. There's a. I don't know how to describe this person. I know them as like a social media person, but I think they have like an actual like another job outside of that as well. But like
usually the creative hustle, mate.
But called YK Hung, who was talking about like our relationship with nature, and about, I guess, like working with like the elements. And they had the phrase in like this video that they did, water is life, fire is medicine. And I heard that and I was like, I'm making a song about that, you know. So that was one influence for the song. And then I was also listening to like Envy by So Solid Crew. And
I
like,
think I've heard that one.
It's a tune.
Okay, yeah. Send it to you. Need to send that to me.
Yeah. But like, very much like a kind of like garage kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, I was listening to that, and then I was also who else was I listening to? So I was listening to like a bunch of different like grime artists. Like I think mainly maybe it was Gets that like kind of like inspired the flow a little bit. But,
so the flow with it. I mean, we'll play the song and then we'll talk about the flow, because the flow is actually insane. And I was thinking as well, you could like put some mad grime flow on it, but again, like the poetry flux is insane in this. Like I feel like if you come into music and start making music and you have poetry in your background, it's going to be mental. It's going to be like an absolute spectacle. But yeah, I'm going to take us on that next song. So this is Fire Water.
Yeah.
To the ring like satin, switch up pattern, smooth as silk or satin. Everyone's a meal like fatten, them man smell like platter. I'm just snacking. You now want smoke, I'm dragging. You now want smoke, I'm bragging. Fire for bad mind, turn them ashen. This ain't a pastime, it's a passion. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life. Fire is dead cause the rage is sacred. Leeches die when we stay complacent. Money for war but not benefit claimants. Funny how MPs never face pagans. Funny how it's always the poor and disabled. Funny how we race to the age of abundance. Chasing for stations made us redundant. No more creators, we play with destruction. Wait till we break and enter. 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 Into the ring like satin, switch up pattern, smooth as silk or satin. Everyone's a meal like fatten, dead man smell like platter. I'm just snacking. You now want smoke, I'm dragging. You now want smoke, I'm bragging. Fire for bad mind, turn them ashen. This ain't a pastime, it's a passion. Water is life, fire is medicine. 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 Water is life. Fire is medicine, water is life. Fire is medicine, water is life. Fire is medicine, water is life. Fire is medicine. Two-step when it's hopeless. Two-step when you're running out of faith. Two-step when they show up. Two-step when they pull you away. Two-step on the rubble. Two-step on a column of decay. Two-step with a Molotov. Two-step on a colonizer grave. Two-step in defiance. Two-step to resist their shame. Two-step back in alignment. Two-step with a smile on your face. Two-step to remember. Two-step till you fill up the space. Two-step with your people them. Two-step for the moments we save. One time for the moments we save. When the joy rose over the pain. When we saw there was love in the grieving. When we saw there was hope in the rage. The machine brought drought to the wetlands and consumed the treacherous haze. And our earth felt every imbalance. So we set the machine ablaze. Enter the ring like satin, switch up pattern, smooth as silk or satin. Everyone's a meal like fatten, dead man smell like platter. I'm just snacking. You now want smoke, I'm dragging. You now want smoke, I'm bragging. Fire for bad mind, turn them ashen. This ain't a pastime, it's a passion. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life, fire is medicine. Water is life, fire is medicine.
That is Fire and Water by Samiir Saunders. Fire is fucking medicine with that tune, mate. So where did that line come from? Fire and water.
Yeah, like I was saying, like it was like
fire is medicine.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like talking about just our relationship to the natural elements, and I think fire often is seen as this destructive thing. But also, it's like can be healing, and it can be. Like I think a lot about like the practice of like how fire can be used in like certain like indigenous like farming like kind of thing. Like scorched earth is I guess like a bit of a like there's a like politicized term, like it's complicated the relationship, but like that kind of like farming of like burning as part of like I guess like a natural process and like cultivating fire. And also I think about fire in terms of like anger and rage and how that is important to it's healthy,
I feel like as well as like queer people ourselves as well, queer rage is what actually has created change.
Yeah, it's true.
So many queer people. I'm not saying that every single LGBT person needs to be inherently the herald of all political philosophy or just like know what is good and what is bad, but just the fact that like knowing where our roots come from comes from us protesting, comes from speaking up. When there's something that is a bit fucking shady, call it out, extend your hands, but at the same time, us as people of color, like for me personally, I get called aggressive a lot of the times. You know what I mean? So whatever I say, again, as political as it is, you're being a bit too aggressive about this, you know what I mean? And I feel like Fire and Water is about, hey, I am the fucking dragon. Like your lyrics fucking said, mate. Exactly. What was it, blow smoke?
Was it like enter the ring like satin, switch up pattern? I can't even remember. Smooth as silk and satin. Everyone's a meal like fat, and them man smell like platter. I'm just snacking. You know I want smoke, I'm dragging. You know I want smoke, I'm branging. Fire for bad mind. And I'm
Fucking
passion.
no, but that went hard, man.
Thank
that
you,
went
yeah.
absolutely hard. Well, you are the fucking dragon as well, like.
Yeah,
But
man.
what is your experience as well, like being again, like being a queer artist, but also involving your politics into your work and like applying your politics into your work?
Well, yeah, I think this is the thing. I think that like as queer people, as people of color, like one of the things I think about is like how we are, I guess, like politicized from birth. Like just existing in spaces like is seen as political, and you know we're literally just existing. And I think that definitely a lot of my politics where they are right now has come in the past. Like couple of years. Like I definitely feel like I was not as aware about like about the world like until like surprisingly recently. And but yeah, I think that and I'm still like learning, like it's still like an ongoing journey. But I think that one of the things that's beautiful about about art and like being an artist who incorporates some of that into your work is that you can sort of share your learning as you're learning about it. And you don't necessarily have all the answers, but you can be like, okay, this is something that I've become aware of, and I can talk about it in my work and do some of that processing externally as well. So in my album, I talk a lot about digital technology because I think that being an artist who makes like work digitally and makes work online and shares work online, I'm like inherently tied into the mechanism of the digital technology supply chain. And so I feel like in some ways inherently kind of complicit in the material reality of it. And so like one of the things I think a lot about is about the physical materials. You know, I think that a lot of things the internet gets branded as this ethereal thing that is kind of like
it's just another tool.
It's just another tool, and it's like made of physical things. You know, physical data centers that take up space, use water, physical cables under the sea, and also like physical like cobalt, which is often like mined in like using like child slave labor and like using a lot of like really exploitative practices, which are like extensions of colonialism. And yeah, like so many of the big like tech companies in the world, basically like all the cobalt in the world basically comes from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and a lot of
we see what's happening in the Congo currently as well,
and all the violence that's happening there. A lot of it is about this cobalt, which is used in the lithium-ion batteries in most like electronic devices. And it's really fucked. Like a lot of like the big tech companies are like directly complicit, and they kind of wash their hands of it by like having it go through other countries. Like Rwanda is the biggest exporter of cobalt, even though all the cobalt is in Congo. And how did it get there? How did it get exported from the, it's the same thing of like proxy wars being set up by external nations to keep things cheap.
This is all embedded in Samiir's album as well. Like when you go through the tracks, again, we can only play like a handful of these tracks. But yeah, you can, if you listen to the album, you'll find so much of these references in it, and it's so authentic as well because it's coming from someone that's worked in the poetry scene, the art scene for so long, but also just kept the authenticity of the work that they do. It's going to bring us on to our next artist as well. Just before we move on as well, just a quick little shout out. Well, not exactly a shout out. We all know about the hurricane that's been sweeping around the Caribbean and stuff. Fruit Punch, we've been raising money in our events as well, just to give some donations. We've been raising money for the Caribbean Hurricane Fund. You can find that on GoFundMe. I think the goal is 150,000, sorry. I think they're about like 80,000 now, but yeah, that money goes straight to like the people that are living on the coast, rebuild houses, a lot of the fishermen that are also being like fully affected by it. But yeah, there's a lot of places that are taking donations and funds for these causes. I know for the Congo as well, I'm pretty sure there's some.
Yeah, there's definitely like there's a lot of organizing that has been going on, like Friends of like the Congo, like in just like raising awareness, and also like yeah, it's one of those things where we just like need to constantly like be I guess applying pressure on the tech companies themselves as well, because unfortunately a lot of these companies, like, they don't change until they start losing money, you know.
I always think as well, like, don't wait for algorithms to make the donations page come on your feed. If you hear about something, go search it up, you know. So many people lay like passively and just wait for something to be advertised to them, wait for someone to share something, but it's like, no, if you hear something, you can go actively actually search out yourself, find a appropriate foundation that you want to donate to, and go from there. We don't need to be
exactly. And also, as an artist, you know, like, when we talk about things like we can be your entry point to research, but I only know so much, you know. I encourage people to like look more into these things, you know.
No artist in itself, and you said earlier as well, we're always learning. We don't always have the answer. I feel like giving people space to unlearn as well is so fucking fundamental, man. But I wanted to move on to our next song, and it's actually someone that you know.
It is someone.
So there's this poet / artist / singer. Rapper, beatboxer.
Yeah, exactly. Just some former poet laureate.
A poet laureate. So the name is Jasmine Gardosi, and they just released this new song. It is fun, it's campy, pretty dubsteppy.
Yeah,
like old school dubstep. Celtic dubstep. But for me, it's the lyrics, because it is a bit of a bop.
Listen, like sometimes I get jealous of people coming up with like a good metaphor, a good lyric, and I'm like, damn.
It's a very completely different vibe to Samiir's music. But it's definitely worth listening to. This is Dancing to Music You Hate by Jasmine Gardosi.
This dance floor is packed so tightly. You're waiting for the next track. All of you doing that self-conscious hobbledy-hop. The awkward bit in between as the DJ takes his time with the mix. But then it drops. And you cannot express in human words just how much you do not care about this song. It's like dancing to music you hate. It's like dancing to music you hate. But your mates, they crumple. Spines, wafer, eyeballs white, space on paper, and you are in the middle, trying to finger this refrain. Feels like nothing, which is funny because your boyfriend's tongue tastes exactly the same. Pretending to be, it's like dancing to music you hate. It's like dancing to music you hate. It is like dancing to music you hate. Slants your brain like a B flat, but you still never think quite as fast as when you're in a club. Have you noticed that? And tomorrow, you will stare at the gloss of men's torsos in magazines to work out what is attractive about them. But tonight, it's time to move. And your friends each look like sheets of a book burst open in front of you. So maybe you can read their rhythms too. So come on, play another song. Fold your joints like origami because you're told you look so good. On paper, pretending to be straight is like dancing to music you hate. It's like dancing to music you hate. It is like dancing to music you hate. Pretending to be straight. It's like dancing to music you hate. It's like dancing to music you hate. It is like dancing to music you hate.
That was Jasmine Gardosi with their new single,
Dancing to Music You Hate.
Dancing to Music You
Not me
Hate.
finishing your sentence.
Oh my god! You need to be the next.
Iconic radio
Yeah, we need just to be the Ferg and who's that other person? Oh no, I don't watch like British media, man. But yeah, who knows? Maybe you can be the next host like for the show as well. You know what I mean? And
Don't
then
put ideas in people's heads.
and then SpitXL can sleep. You know, it's been 5. It's been 5 days. You know, these aren't bags. It's literally lack of sleep. Anyway. So yeah, so Jasmine's great. You guys have performed together
we have.
quite a few times, haven't you? And yeah, so you guys share like this background of poetry, performing all around Birmingham. You've been all around the UK at this point as well. So what is the gradual transition from doing poetry to start producing music? Is it something that most poets are going to get into at some point
Yes,
now?
the pipeline.
The pipeline.
Yeah, I feel like the progression. Well, music is poetry, and I feel like so much like poetry is like musicality and rhythm and stuff is a tool that like a lot of poets like use and like bring into their work. I mean, there are lots of like really great poets in Birmingham. I think of like Bradley Taylor is someone who's like has a very musical kind of like, yeah. Oh, you've been well trained for poetry. I like it.
No. I'm an OG poet, like audience member.
Yeah. I feel you. But yeah, like I feel like the musicality comes. I mean, Casey Bailey as well. Like
Casey Bailey,
I'm just gonna be naming Birmingham poets.
Yeah, drop the names, mate. Let them know.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of like poets who I see in Birmingham, like they have that. There's a tradition of the musicality in it because I mean, yeah, like it's
Beth Slim as well.
Beth Slim.
Yeah.
Beth's on my album, you know.
Oh no fucking way! No way.
On Hurts Like Home. On that
Oh
track.
yes! Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah. And Killy the poet from London.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't make it on the album. I wasn't invited.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna fight on camera?
Yeah. Not in front of people.
Oh my god.
But what is it? Hopefully like a remix.
Yeah,
coming soon,
absolutely.
you know. Made a cheeky little remix for the last guest as well. Bollywood, Celestial, SpitXL remix is out now as well. So who knows? Samiir Saunders and SpitXL might cook a little something, you know.
Hey, come on.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, like, so the poetry scenes of Birmingham, I feel like Birmingham's huge.
It's
for
such a
fucking
good poetry. It's so good for, you know what? Like when I was in secondary school, a friend of mine was like, Birmingham's so good for poetry, and I was like, I don't know what you mean. Then I left and I went to uni and I came back and I was like, nah, it's sick. Like there's so many nights like that. I literally you can't go to all of them. There's too many.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful problem to have, you know. And
I love that. I love that. A beautiful problem to have.
Yeah.
Man. I wish my problems were beautiful. No. But yeah, you were saying, sorry.
Birmingham is a really, really vibrant poetry scene, and there's like so many different like events. Like, you know, we've got the Verve Poetry Festival that happens. We've got like OGs like Poetry Jam and stuff. We've got Limelight, the Fruit Punch.
Limelight. We're coming back with Limelight. It's a live music and poetry night that we do every second Tuesday. We'll be coming back in January, second Tuesday of the month. Look out.
Second Tuesday.
Look out for the
Okay.
post,
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I performed at Limelight.
Oh yeah, man!
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is another thing. When they perform live, their stage presence is fucking insane, man. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's, I think again, like since you got the poetry background as well. Actually, I can't put it all on the poetry. They have a natural way of engaging the crowd, and it takes like some time to actually be able to do that. You can't just start making music and just be automatically able to work the
You
stage.
should have seen
you know?
me when I first started performing. The first time I performed poetry was at Poetry Jam at Beat
Yeah,
Freaks when they were at Wayland's
Oh,
Yard.
Beat Freaks.
Yeah. And like literally I got up on stage, my hand was shaking the entire time. I could barely like get through my poem. I just, you know, everyone goes through that like thing. You develop that freedom on stage through just repetition and just through doing it a lot. So
Because people want to see you and your energy, and I think poetry is like almost kind of like opening a door for people to actually a little peeking through the window to see what's actually going on, because it's never always my heart is fully on my sleeve, because it's always nuance. Everything that a poet says as well, it's like a facet of themselves but not completely themselves. It might be interesting about like getting to know how their mind works, their poetry, what they've been going through as well.
exactly.
And mate, I don't know a single poet that isn't fucking depressed as well, mate. I think depression can...
I don't know why I laughed at that.
Real recognizes real. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna go to our next song as well. I want to quickly call out some other poetry nights as well. Actually,
shout out Pretty Privilege.
Pretty and Privilege.
Astrid and Memory, big up. You know what I'm saying?
Big Gay Poetry Night.
Big Gay Poetry Night.
Poetry Night.
Poetry Night.
Poetry Night as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many that we can't even get off. Run Your Mouth.
Run Your Mouth. Yeah.
Shout
But
out.
if you're in Birmingham, you've got an absolute abundance of poetry events.
Empower Poetry. I need to shout out Empower Poetry. Ryan is a real one. Yeah.
You are not short on any poetry events around Birmingham. And again, you can see people starting some of their work and then fucking gonna start smashing Samiir and start being a self-producer as well. I want to bring us on to your final track. It's called Malfunctions. Do you want to give a few words about Malfunctions?
I feel there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of technology, explicitly talking about technology, but also technology metaphors in this album. And I really like the idea of talking about, being overwhelmed and kind of dissociating in terms of malfunctioning, like a robot. So I made this track kind of thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so this next track is called Malfunctions.
I'm punctured, can't function, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Distortion, disjointed thoughts. Malfunction, I'm just switched on. Distraction, missed action, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Combustion, come break my bonds. Malfunction, I'm just switched on. Been in a funk for the past few days. I can't get my skull around change. You're looking like dope for my veins, and I really don't chase, but I could switch gears and drive. I just wanna live while we're alive. We're in our prime, although we're still arriving. So still as our minds evolve, I would just like you to know I could devour you whole, and I could nurture your soul. The journey is cold, I'm learning to glow. I merge with the snow, I welcome the spring. You know the cycle of rebirth is a delicate thing. I'm building my love, I'm letting you in. I treasure your touch, my angel of sin. I'm stuck in the mud, you gave me your wings. You're sweet to the bone, you're brave in your skin. You make me weep like the rain and the wind. I'm punctured, can't function, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Distortion, disjointed thoughts. Malfunction, I'm just switched on. Distraction, missed action, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Combustion, come break my bonds. Malfunction, I'm just switched on. Lonely on my one, so I meditate only. On the wall when I levitate, mostly use jokes as a shield, cause they told me crack a smile would kill you. Slowly start to warp and assimilate closer to my heart. I defibrillate, open in the dark like evening primrose, but the sweet still sings though. Oceans, I was in the ocean, I was in the riptide, going through the motions, exhausting myself to control my emotions. All of these years, I thought I must be broken. I couldn't function inside closed brackets. I always felt closed off, always felt lacking. I chose to be open and show up, although I'm afraid I'm fuller now that I've made space. I'm punctured, can't function, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Distortion, disjointed thoughts. Malfunction, I'm just switched on. Distraction, missed action, gone. Not flustered, I'm just switched on. Combustion, come break my bonds. Malfunction, I'm just switched on.
Right, that was Malfunctions by Samiir Saunders.
Yeah.
Talk us through that. Was a fucking amazing lyrical flow that you had going on there.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, was really interested in, I guess this metaphor of malfunctioning, and I think the first verse is more thinking about, like, I guess, ways of coping through, I guess, sort of like external validation and things like that. And then the second verse is a bit more just like facing the problems like a bit more, and like how they have affected me in that way. But yeah, it's a very I like that song a lot.
How do you channel it into your like songwriting? Because I know that when it comes about like talking about struggles, it's very difficult to. I mean, I know for a lot of poets, it's kind of like an emotional flush. Like it can be really therapeutic to actually write about the things on the whirlpool of the shit that's going on in your mind. But how do you incorporate that into like a lyrical flow as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like one of my goals as an artist just generally is to be honest and to be vulnerable. And I think that there's a lot of power that comes in vulnerability. And I think that, it's what was it? My friend Nafisa, like shout out Nafisa, another amazing poet, like said something that was like, I'm trying to remember what she said. Like one of the gifts you can give as a poet is hope, you know, and I think it's really important that hope comes from a place of honesty, you know, and you have to look at something really honestly and like still find hope in it. Like that's very like empowering. So yeah, I think that I just try to, you know, I think it's like journaling is a practice that I've started very recently, but it's really
you got a journal, it's really good. Get on the journaling, guys. Get on the journaling.
Just like writing out your thoughts and like not having judgment towards them. And I think that's the thing, like putting things out so they're not all like in your head swirling. Like at least just like taking some like space from it can be really, really good. And if it happens to rhyme, then you know, put it in a song.
Words of wisdom from Samiir Saunders. Samiir Saunders. I was gonna say Samiir Satan. No, I was gonna say like I don't know why I was gonna say Samiir Satan. Samiir straight gold from Samiir Saunders. Samiir, tell everyone how they can find you and how they can find your music online as well.
Amazing. So if you want to find me in real life, I'm going to be next week, November 15th at Create Space.
Create Space.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be performing. There's a lot of like really amazing artists there.
Create Space Brum.
Create Space Brum. Yeah. There's an exhibition called Being Human, which I'm really looking forward to. And if you want to find me online on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, I'm Smidus Khan, which is SMAIDUSKHAN. And then on YouTube, I'm just Samiir Saunders, and like
with two eyes.
Two eyes, yeah.
Two eyes in the Samiir.
2 eyes like a pirate, you know what I'm saying?
I just stop like as if I'm like a fucking Dragon Ball Z character or something. But yeah. But yeah, so you can Samir's album streaming on YouTube, streaming on Bandcamp. Hopefully we'll get it on Spotify and Apple Music soon.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what we can cook.
We'll see
what we cook. Just final shout out as well to Fruit Punch. We're going to be having, we've had like Samiir perform for us for a while. Unfiltered is going to be a monthly show here at the iconic fucking Sigil Radio, Birmingham's baddest. I was going to say baddest, bitchiest. No, I'm the bitch. I'm that. We've got like ringers laughing at the back. What is it? Yeah, I'm the bitch, but this is the baddest station. So
is that going to be the new slogan? I'm the bitch, this is the baddest.
Yeah, this is the baddest.
Okay.
But you can find us monthly, every second Sunday of the month. Something to look forward to. We are having a New Year's Black and Brown Queer Party at the Night Owl on the 10th of December. It's just going to be like a end of year roundup little party. We'll have some DJs, performers. Come through and look forward to Limelight, our poetry night. Live music and poetry night that's going to start on the second Tuesday of the month from January. Hopefully we'll see Samiir there as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Samiir. You are
really great.
Absolutely incredible. Keep an eye out for Samiir Saunders. And we're just going to play you guys out with this obviously iconic tune, given all the politics that we've been talking about as well. So this is something you guys ought to know. It is Gil Scott-Heron, Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
Not be able to stay home, brother. You will will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.